Good, I'm on the street. We about to get started in a quick second.
That's cool.
Hey.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
For sure.
Everything good. How you been, bro?
Man,
Can't complain.
can't complain. Living.
So, how I like to do is first start off from your childhood, going on into like middle school, high school, up until now. So it's Beyond the Game is the podcast. So just getting to know you outside of like the field and everything else.
Okay.
All right, your personal, any adversity you faced, like the last conversation we had. Just be real authentic. That's all it's about. All right, nothing crazy. I'm gonna lead you in, so you're not just going on a rant.
Yeah.
All right. I'm about to get started. Might have to do a few takes, but it's okay. All right. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Game. I'm your host, Shamar Moses. In Beyond the Game, we provide a platform for athletes to come on and tell their story while also motivating other athletes that's going through something. Today we're here with Mr. Narvin Booker, Nichols outfielder. He's a senior here at Nichols. He's from Atlanta. He went to Mississippi Valley State, where he hit over 300 runs in both seasons you were there, 2022 and 2023. Here at Nichols, last year he recorded 33 RBIs and scored 38 runs and tallied 20 walks and had 9 stolen bases. So you had 14 multi-hit games, you had 3 hit games and a win over Texas A&M Corpus Christi last season. So you're definitely very accomplished here at Nichols, man. And we talked in the past before, you obviously came a long way. So let us know a little bit about Northern, man. Where it all started from, where your roots come from Atlanta, Georgia, That's a big, not a huge culture shock coming from Georgia, to like New Orleans area, but it's definitely different. So how did you get started with everything, bro?
Came from the roots. My parents, dad from Atlanta, mom from New York. They pushed me towards the game with baseball, put me in there since I was 4 years old. I always played up, enjoyed the game for sure, loved it. I always, parents just pushed me to the limit, made me to the best person I could be. And, from that park ball, Redan days, Redan Park in Atlanta, Georgia, can't forget it. Won state there my first year there at the age of 6 too. And then enjoyed it, went from there, went to Marvin Elementary, around there in Atlanta. Then went to middle school, Lithonia Middle School. Went from there, played baseball, played all sports really. It just wasn't just a baseball thing. Made my athleticism take over the game every once in a while. Out of high school, went to Lithonia High School for 3 years. Played varsity baseball from 9th grade to 11th grade year. Transferred out of there, went to Reed High School, the U, you know what I'm saying? They produce every year multiple guys into the league, multiple guys in college, and I took my opportunity there and ended up getting an offer to go to Mississippi Valley out of high school. Went there for 2 years and enjoyed them 2 years, and came here. Now I'm here enjoying it.
So talk to me about, coming from Georgia, going to Mississippi Valley. How was the recruitment out of high school?
The recruitment process was hard. You had the COVID as I was coming out in class of 21. It was kind of tough. Knew the coach down there, and my summer ball coach knew the coach too, so it was a hand-to-hand, word to word to come down there, visit. Nice little spot, I could say, middle of nowhere, but focus on school. My mom always preached that, so I had to she pushed me there to stay out of a little more trouble, get out of Atlanta, explore my horizon and stuff. So going there was just a little culture shock, a little hard.
Hard, yeah, of course. So how important was it, if actually having someone like your mother pushing and driving you to do that? Because a lot of people lack support from their family. And you just mentioned, your mom pushed you and she always told you, focus on school. How important was that for you?
It's still important to this day. It's never going to change. I have younger siblings, so when my mom preached to me, I preached to them, just to tell them, hey, it's a difference when you actually have grades and academics, when you're smartness, you got to push it. She always harped on it to this day. She's still on me with it. But yeah, it's great.
That's great. And you mentioned, you went to Mississippi Valley. Now, me personally, I toured and visited, Millsaps. I don't like the Mississippi vibes at all. The trees, it seems very boring. The only thing I think I kind of liked was Jackson State being right there at HBCU, a little bit of culture, but that was not a place I wanted to be. So how was it living in Mississippi? Because Atlanta, that's the place to be. Even the outskirts, it's a good environment. But to go to, Mississippi, how was that?
Going to Mississippi, my first year, driving through Mississippi is the most boringest thing ever. Coming from Atlanta too, I'm a big city guy, so had to work my way, through there. It's just middle of nowhere. I didn't really thought I was gonna be there for 2 years, but pushing through the tough times of just having nothing to do, just took my time to go play baseball, work on my game. So it's definitely a culture shock. I don't, tell nobody, hey, let's go to Mississippi and for a vacation. It's not a vacation spot. It's mostly for that reason. Just get out and explore though.
Understood. And I feel as an athlete, you have to be able to adapt, especially if you have plans on going, to the major league. You're going to have to travel. You may not always go to a place you prefer. You have to adapt, most definitely. So you come from Atlanta, you go to Mississippi, then you come to little Thibodaux, Louisiana. What was how did you get here? Let's start there. How did you get from Mississippi Valley to Nichols?
My coaches, they had connections here. Some new coach, Gabe Woods here, and then the pitching coach, Coach Dog, that was here last year. They knew my coaches at Mississippi Valley, so once my coaches said they was leaving, they got on the ball right then and there, said I had to get out of Mississippi. And playing against Nichols for 2 years, they seen my talent, so they accepted me straight off rip. They knew what they was coming to get. And just little tip, I enjoy it. It's better than Mississippi,
Yes,
so
definitely.
I enjoy it.
Definitely. And you know, you came here, I just mentioned earlier the things you accomplished playing for Nichols baseball. And for the past, 2-3 years, Nichols baseball has definitely been a good program. You went through some coaching changes. Mike Silva left for a different opportunity, but you got the opportunity to play alongside Edgar Alvarez, which is a very good player. You had some good players, but it's been turnover. It's been a big difference in these last 2 seasons. Tell me about that. How do you push through that? How do you overcome that change so fast?
Just trust. And you always got to build trust no matter what in anybody. So you always got to give them a shot. You're never going to turn down anything where it's just going to be a bad look. But you always got to push through thick and thin. So, coaching changes, yeah, it's hard. But, at Mississippi Valley, then here, I haven't had a coach in 2 years. A head coach stick with me for 2 years. So trust for me was big on this year. And I know the season's tough this year, but I still believe in them guys. It's going to turn around. The coaching staff, they're still lovable. Just hard. You got to just trust them. That's it.
So it's obvious that you don't let change really affect you, which means you have trust definitely instilled in yourself. So talk to me about what do you feed off? What drives you? What keeps you going? The multitude of changes you have that happen in your life, up until this point, even. What keeps you going? What keeps Norvin going?
What keeps me going? Seeing my little brother and sister smile, the family, and just when I was growing up, my fire is always seeing them guys that I practice with all the time. They're in the league now. Mike Harris, Lawrence Butler, Chandler Simpson. Like, I know these guys personally, and I talk to them all the time. Hey, always keep the fire. Always want to be great. Like, no matter what's going on, like, adapt and go do you. Be you. So being me is just having fun. I love it.
And that's not an outlier with you saying that statement, because I covered y'all game last week. First road win in Biloxi against Southern Miss, which was a good game. Had a lot of doubters going into that game, even underdogs. And something was telling me, man, I feel like we can go out and win this game, and y'all won. You had a pretty good game last week. Talked to Coach, and he said he's been having conversation with you over the last few weeks, but you're always this light of energy, this ball of sunshine, and teams need that. Despite what critics may say, the naysayers, the adversity, he says that you're always there, you're always ready. And he mentioned you were dealing with some personal stuff, and once you got over that, it was full go, back to normal, Norvin. So how did you feel about that, winning that game last week and just keep going, bro?
It's just a team. We have shown multiple opportunities of what we can be, and we're still putting the pieces together. Yeah, it's halfway through the season, but we're going to get hot at the right time.
Yeah.
And I love being an underdog at all times. And that's my drive also, like being an underdog. These guys are Division I players too, but we're the underdogs, so we're going to go fight the same way they fight.
Have you always been an underdog in your life?
Yeah, I have. I always played up, so I always had doubts. Hey, you're too small. You might be this. You might be that. You're still an African American in the world of a white game in baseball. So you got to do 110% better than a guy that's half average that might get the shot. But me, I'm gonna just be me and go do me.
That's deep. That's deep. You said a smaller guy, but being an African American guy, playing baseball. Jackie Robinson opened that door years ago for us. So how much does that mean to you, being an African American, not only playing baseball, but playing Division I baseball here at a PWI? How does that make you feel?
I'm just trying to prove the world wrong. Like, African Americans can't play this game, and just like put back into the community where young African Americans can play this game also and be at a Division I PWI also.
And you obviously, bring a different factor into it, being the person that you are. So how important is that, making sure you staying true to yourself, regardless of where Northern is, under whatever circumstances, making sure that you remain humble, you remain who you are? How does that process go?
Always be humble no matter where you go, who you hang around, and it doesn't matter who's looking, who's not looking. Just be myself. That's what I'm always taught, be myself. Don't change for nobody else. They gonna accept you or not. Like regardless if you make a change or not, they still gonna deny you if you're not doing this correctly. So always be yourself.
Yeah. And when are you graduating? May, December, you coming back?
I graduated in May.
You graduate in May?
It's my last ride.
This your last ride. So what's your plans after, you graduate? What you looking forward to doing?
Hopefully, I get that call from the draft league or the MLB draft in July, hosting in July. I want to pursue baseball as long as possible. I am playing summer ball this year to boost my stats and draft agent. So pursuing baseball as long as possible.
Pursuing baseball, which is good. You've been playing forever, as you mentioned. And I know it's like for me, I was playing football forever. And once I stopped, I didn't know what to do with my life because you're so used to doing something imagine life without it. But I got into TV, got into broadcasting, and honestly, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. But it was hard. I was in a very dark spot. So what if that, the baseball thing ends? Do you have any other things that you're interested in doing?
I love coaching. I'm gonna stay around the game as much as possible for me. I'm a coach. This past summer, actually, I had a little all-star team in Atlanta, Georgia. We ended up winning the tournament. Best time of my life with them kids. Kids enjoying it. I just want to see kids grow and learn the game right. So me giving back into the community is gonna be the best thing ever. If I don't be able to pursue my dreams, I'm gonna help pursue somebody else's dreams, not through them, to help them.
And like I mentioned, this is Beyond the Game, the name of the podcast, and it's about putting your story out there and, letting the world know everything you dealt with, but also motivating others coming behind you. And many African Americans, I know now, they may play with a little doubt because they know they're playing in a predominantly white sport when it comes to baseball. So watching this, what motivation or advice would you give to not just those people, but others out there, that may be going through something as an athlete? Because we know it's not easy being a student athlete at all. We didn't even get into the school side of things while maintaining being an athlete. It's different.
It is.
It's different. So what motivation, what advice would you give?
My advice is always have somebody in your corner that's going to push you no matter what. Even if it's school or sports, no matter what. Your parents are always going to be there for you, but always have somebody else to say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that, but tell you why you need to do it. And I'm a firm believer of, need help. Go reach out. It's okay to reach out. Don't be shy. You got to get out your comfort zone and just be yourself. I'm a firm believer, be yourself.
Be yourself. Be yourself. I'm big on that too. That's why I'm seconding everything he's saying. Definitely be yourself, regardless of what you're going through, who you are. But let's circle back around.
Right.
Being a student athlete, I know it's definitely taught you time management. How does that go? Balancing schoolwork, academic work, and through it all, making sure that you're mentally stable. Because that can be a lot. How do you deal with that?
I really just now learning how to stay on top of my work. And I want to tell the freshmen now on the baseball team, hey, stay above the due date of anything. Don't wait till the last minute to submit stuff. And it's going to be tough where you might have some sleepless nights because you got to do homework. But when you finish, you're going to feel great about yourself. When you finish your work, you get that good grade. Now it translates to the field. You're doing great in school, you're going to do great on the field. Yeah, it might not show early, and eventually it's gonna say, hey, I got good grades. Oh, I'm playing great now. And just the mental state. Yeah, you gotta need your rest, but you gotta get your work done. You have to get your work done and stay above the work.
That's deep, and that's facts.
Yeah.
And that's deep and it's facts for sure. Obviously, you know, you're here playing baseball. You're a student athlete here at Thibodeau, here at Nichols in Thibodeau. I know you made a lot of connections and did a lot of networking over your time here. How important is it to make those connections while you're here at this university or any university? How important are connections?
Connections are very important, and that's why this comes back to being yourself. You be somebody else different. These connections might say, hey, this person, I seen this person out, and then I see him now, he's two different type of people. They're not gonna mess with you. So making connections off real, hey, great attitude, great this, and then they see you outside, great attitude, great. They're gonna always have your back. They might, hey, you might not know this person. Hey, I got a job for this person now. This connection said you're great for it. You never talked to this person ever, but they seen you. And this connection's great here. I love them. I love these connections. And the alumni and the baseball team, the Dr. Porsche, like, he's great. He has connections. So never burn bridges on your connections, ever.
I hear that. That's deep. That's really deep, right? So Norman, when y'all next game, man? How y'all looking, bruh?
We off this week. We start Friday, Saturday, Sunday against ACU here at the Dead, actually.
I'm at the Dead. Come catch them. Come out there. Good atmosphere.
Yeah, great atmosphere. We need the crowd. We love the energy from everybody. If they're there, it helps us play better.
Yeah.
We love it. And it's gonna be a good one this weekend. It's
I hear
definitely
that.
gonna be a
We're
good
all
one.
in support, man. The baseball team, they're doing good. They're on the up and up right now. Like I mentioned, they had their first road win last week as an underdog, and what Southern Miss was ranked, right?
Number 13.
Number 13. They went to Biloxi and tore them up. I was a little nervous at the end of that game, bro. I was a little nervous, but I knew we had it. I mean, that was a game. I was really happy. I haven't felt that excited at a baseball game in years, and I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but that game definitely had me on my toes. It was definitely a good one. Great field, good atmosphere, good weather last week. That was a week ago. Before we get out of here, this is how we're going to end this thing, Norman. You're going to interview me now, okay? You ready?
Oh, all right.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm just playing, man. That's my April Fool's joke, man. We're here on April 1st. You don't have to do that. But, man, I really appreciate you for coming on. Appreciate having you, man.
Of course.
It's always an honor. Keep doing your thing. Keep putting on for us, bruh. You're out there. I see you. You're everywhere. Outfielder. I see you with your little small balls. See, look. Let me tell you. See him? He definitely perfected those small balls, and it came in clutch last week.
Yes,
Definitely. Okay, he definitely maximizes his potential. But that's it. That's it for this episode of Beyond the Game. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, dog. Appreciate it, man. That was real. Man.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
That was real.
I got you.
Send me on Snapchat your stuff,
Yeah, I got you.
and when I drop it, so I can send it to you.
All right, man.
Let me share it.